I was thinking this morning, with all this relentless posting, man, about the halfway house and job searches and mama and, the last 20 years, that a lot of you don't know exactly what brought me to prison in the first place. It's something that I haven't been talking about because I just take for granted that you know me. But a lot of you don't. In fact, most of you don't. So briefly, 2004, I made the brilliant decision to stop selling the little 16ths and 8 balls and quarters and little petty hustling I was doing with cocaine and start cooking it up in a spoon and smoking it. I figured I'd rather be a drug addict than a drug dealer. So that's what I did. And that was November 2004. By March of 2005, I was about 125 pounds, bones sticking out of my face. I weighed less than I weighed in the 5th grade. Looking around Mama's garage for a weed eater I could pawn. Just really a pathetic, weak human being. And I don't know about where you guys are from, and I know most of you aren't even in this life, but the lowest life form, in the city where I'm from, and really this goes from Miami, Pensacola, it's probably universal, especially in those days, but it's the crackhead. Doesn't get much lower than that, So I couldn't stand this weak and pathetic thing I'm becoming. What I figured I would do is just kind of smoke and rob until the police got behind me, and then I would just blow my brains out and let that be that, And that was the plan. But on the night of my arrest, I just robbed a gas station, and I was in a little bit of a chase. Jumped out of the car. There was a foot race. I went into a field, and as I'm running, I hit one of these old rusty kind of waist-high barbed wire fences, and it's 3 a.m, so I hit it, and it flipped me, and that pistol fell out of my hoodie. And I'm reaching around in the grass trying to find it, and I hear the keys behind me, the brakes, the sirens. So finally, I just give up and take off running into this field, and run, I'm getting slapped around by bushes and stuff, and finally I just roll down into this kind of gully and pull some branches over me, and I lay there. And there's helicopters overhead, there are police sirens, they're sealing off the perimeter, and I lay there for I'm just going to say an hour. I don't know how long it was, but eventually I hear and a German Shepherd head is coming straight for my face through the bushes. So I throw this arm up here. There's dog bites in this arm, but yeah, he latches on my arm, snatches on me, pulls me out of there. And they do what police do when they catch you in the field at 3 o'clock in the morning after a robbery was committed and you're possibly armed and all of that stuff. So, they stomped on me a little bit and handcuffed me and let the dog chew on me a little bit more. And then I was taken to the Escambia County Jail. After being sewed up, from the dog bites, and just wandering around that place. It's the old CBD. I think it imploded or something a few years back, but yeah, man, I was just wandering around there looking for a place to hang myself, man. Those, were some brutal times, man. But just imagine if I had been laying in that field that I had that pistol, There's no way I would have been arrested. There's no way I would be sitting here talking to you right now. There's no way that I would have written those 8 books that I'm so proud of that you hear me on here popping off about all the time. They're good, y'all. They're my life's work. And any job I get, whether it's landscaping or a music store or something else, it'll just be kind of my day job, man. My real job is writer, songwriter, and that's why I kind of like this, because it's really just another form of storytelling. So in addition to all the stuff I'm talking about, we're going to talk about mastery on this thing, man. So I know a lot of ex-convicts and other people are watching this, man, and it would almost be treasonous for me to not talk about the things that changed my life over the last 20 years, because a miracle took place, and I look forward to telling you about it. So that's all I got for this morning, man. Talk long enough. Hope you have a great day.